I'm on air, right?
No, you don't air it. Mazi Ikechukwu Ugu, right?
Yes.
So the Eastern Food Security Project, are you the convener?
Yes, I am the founder and the convener of the Eastern Food Security Project through Ojininka TV.
Ojininka TV. All right,
What we are doing in essence is...
Don't worry. Just tell us more about that. Do you have a program that's coming up?
Well, not certainly yet on the date. But
so the founder and convener. Let's go in. Okay. Food has become a very important aspect of human and our society. Without food, I'm sure someone like Myra won't be here. She's not going to have
why this bullet? Because Myra, you are a foodie.
She's not going to have the energy to be here to work. And joining us this afternoon is a founder and convener of Eastern Food Security Project. His name is Mazi Ikechukwu Ugu. Good afternoon, Mazi.
Good afternoon, my sister.
It feels a little bit absurd calling you Mazi because in my head I should call an older person Mazi, and then I'm looking at a very young man. Don't mind his baritone voice. Yeah, you know the wrong.
Yes, you know where I come from, the Igbo land. We revere age and old age, you know, but to my own thinking, I always believe that an old man is the one with wisdom and the level of knowledge, you know, to communicate effectively and impact positively in the lives of the people.
Yeah. Anyways, you are absolutely correct, but you're not yet an old man, though. You're still a young man.
Young man.
Well, young shall grow.
Oh, the young shall grow. Okay, good to have you here, Mazi Ikechukwu. So we have the Eastern Food Security Project, and this sounds very new to the ears of so many persons listening to us this afternoon. Can you tell us what the Eastern Food Security Project is all about?
Well, the Eastern Food Security Project, founded by me, Mazi Ikechukwu, is dedicated to ensuring food security in the East. In the East, I mean the 13 states in the East. Not the 5 states, the 5 assumed states.
We have
but
13
the
states.
States in the East.
How did you make up that?
Well, you can go back to history, you know, before the divisions and the creation of sub regions and the rest of it. We are called the Eastern region. So the 13 states where Igbo are indigenously domiciled is called the Eastern region. Whether they are in the south or in the east, we regard them as the Easterners.
Okay.
So what we are doing in essence is ensuring food security by acquiring moribund food storage facilities like silos.
Okay.
The one in Ebariam, the one in Okigwe in Imo State, and the rest of them. We are going to revitalize them, and we are going to sponsor large-scale farming. We're going to sponsor those in the rural areas largely, and we are going to store them, because the situation we are now, I always say this and I will repeat, that there is a famine coming, and this famine will not be a natural one, it will be an artificial one. And when this time comes, Igbo will understand that any nation without the control over their food production and supply is doomed. You can see what is happening now. The case of Benue State and Kwara State, these are the major food producers in Nigeria. They are the pivotal food producers. And the Igbo are what I call the biggest consumers in Nigeria. And anybody can attest to that. But can you imagine that we do not have any single food storage facility that is viable and effectively, you know, facilitated enough to absorb and be able to take care of our food security in the east. The one in Okigwe, the one in Ibariam, and the rest of them. Even in Akwa Ibom State and Cross River State, none is functional at all. Our job and our mission is to acquire them, revitalize them, and ensure that a large number of food is produced in the east and a large number of them is stored. Year after year, we will have plans and a well-scheduled projects to attain not only silos, but other major aspects of food storage facilities, like the cooling systems for storing perishable foods that will last for at least a few months before it spoils. And this very mission we are in will ensure that food security, in essence, is achieved in the East. So this is our mission.
Okay, so what do you mean by silos? Can you explain what it's used for and how it's important in this conversation?
Food silos, or should I say grain silos, are infrastructures for storing grains like rice, beans, maize, and the rest of it.
Okay.
When we acquire them, we have them. From 2009 or so, the then President Goodluck Jonathan built about 33 silos. And by 2019, around 17 or 22 of them were concessioned and were privatized. And could you imagine that most of all these silos are not functional now? None of them in the East. As we barely produce up to 15% of the food we consume. But we import, or should I say, bring in from other regions more than 75% of the food we consume.
Yeah.
And Ndi Igbo are not even asking themselves. For example, there are predominant cases of kidney issues as we speak in the East. More or less, the people of the East and the children below 10 years. And we're not asking ourselves, what is the cause of all these things? What is happening? Ndi Igbo anha aju ase. What is happening? It is because of what you consume. What you consume is not important, is not healthy, more or less. I always tell people that there are 4 dimensions of food security. One of them is availability. Okay. That is the physical presence of food in any region or community. Ndi Igbo has no availability of food, because if there are availability of food, now why are there a lot of skyrocketing of food prices now?
Well, but it's not just something that is peculiar with the East. It's a general issue in Nigeria.
Yes, it is a general issue, and I expect you to say that because I am from the East, and our people used to say na
okay.
And this is why we are here. We have to solve the problem that we have at home before we look outside.
Okay.
Do you understand? And like I said before, one of them is availability, and indeed we are short of it. Another one is access. This is the ability of the people to physically and economically access food, that is available. How often or how easy is it for Ndibo to access their food? This is the problem. Another one is utilization. This is the nutritional security, more or less, of the accessed food. The body's ability to use the nutrients from the food that we consume and the rest of it. If the food we consume that is being imported from abroad and other regions are healthy, why are there predominant cases of kidney issues today? Why are our people dying? Okulora, if I do not know if I'm allowed to say this, Okulora, our brother, almost every week he publishes on his Facebook page begging our people to contribute up to 15 to 15 million naira to cater for the health condition, the failing kidneys of our children. Everybody has seen that. If you are on Facebook and the rest of them, you will see this. Why is it happening? Nobody's answering this question.
Okay.
I've asked this question countless times, and I will not sit and watch our people continue to die out of what they do not know.
All
The
right.
last one of them, I will not forget, is stability. This is the consistent availability, access, and utilization of food over time without being affected by vices like economic crisis and other physical crises. If, for example, anything happens, there is a crisis, we do not pray for any crisis. But ndị Igbo na-ekwu okwu sị na anaghị ama ama. If, for example, there is a crisis and food importation into the East is blocked, what will happen to ndị Igbo? We think we have money, we're into business, we are traders, you know, we're entrepreneur by nature. We think we have the money. But let me tell you something, there is something called Ojinika, and this is our philosophical approach to this very movement. This very movement is actually called the Ojinika movement. Onye Jinika, he who has power over the production and supply of food is more powerful. And our people must understand, or will understand, the philosophy of Ojinika. When you look for food with your own money and you are told there is no food available, you will try everything and there will be no food supply. Even if you get food supply, you'll be given the food at an exorbitant price. Then you will understand the philosophy of Ojinika. And I want our people, wherever you are in the East, in Enugu, listening to the sound of my voice, we are asking our people to answer to the call of Ojinika. Let us produce food in mass and wait for some risks of facing a famine. Like I have always said, there is a famine coming, and this very famine will not be a natural one, it will be an artificial one. I want our people to understand what we are doing, in essence.
Okay, so these marine-bound facilities you mentioned, the silos and the rest, they belong to the government, and this is Eastern Food Security Project, you know, operating on individual basis. How do you intend to revitalize these marine-bound facilities? And let's look at the capacity of these facilities. Can it produce enough food that is going to serve at least a good number of households in Southeast?
Good question. You know, we, like you mentioned earlier, you said something like individual struggle, so to say, like you put it. No, we are into a communal activity in the East. Actually,
but are you doing this in collaboration with the government?
No.
Okay.
We are our party. We do not engage in any form of political.
So it still
activities.
falls on the individual. Like, okay, just go ahead.
We are operating on a collective of the Eastern people.
Okay.
We are operating as one, and we have a central authority known as the OBA. You know, and our people must understand that the acquisition of all these moribund facilities is not just going to end there. We are going to build more important ones if need be. I repeat, if need be. We are communal in our activities. Our rules and our conduct are based on communal conducts. And this is why we are here. What we are doing, and you asked about the capacities of the silos, like the one in Okigwe is about 100,000 metric tons of a grain silo, and none is functional. The one in Ibadiam in Anambra State is around 25,000 metric tons. It is non-functional. The one in Akwa Ibom State and the one in Cross River State, same thing. We will acquire them. We will do everything possible to engage the governments in charge, and we will acquire them with our own money. We are not going to take any funding from any outside organizations or any banks or any political entities or government. We are for the people, and we are into the people's issue, you know, and we will ensure that it is our people that funds the activities and the operations of the Eastern Food Security Project and the Ojinika movement. Everything is based on the people, because it is the people that are more important than any political entity or government. It is only the people. Ndi Igbo are capable.
Oh, okay.
They are capable, of
Yeah,
course,
we are.
all over the world. And the Eastern Food Security Project are going to span across the world, not just in the East, but across the world. We are hoping on our diasporans to be able to come to answer the clarion call of the Ojinika movement.
Okay.
And they are the ones who will be able to fund these very operations and our activities and ensure that large-scale food production is ensured and the large-scale storage is achieved.
All right, we are still joined this afternoon by Mazi Ikechukwu Ugu, the founder and convener of Eastern Food Security Project. If you have any contribution as regards to the conversation we're having with him this afternoon, the phone lines are open for you to call in and share your thoughts with us. The numbers to call are 0916 000 5945 or 0916 000 4945. So I have another question that I want to ask. The Igbo land is surrounded by arable lands for farming, and I know that this has not actually been the status quo where people don't show interest in agriculture. So what happened along the line how did we get to not showing interest in farming or anything that has to do with our food?
That is a very brilliant question. And I will begin by drawing the mind of our people back before the white people came into our land. Before the white people came, we are more or less, we are in charge of our food production and supply. Nobody cultivated our food for us. Nobody supplied them but us. Each family in Enugu at the time cultivated at least 2 varieties of foods, and if they need another varieties out of there, they will trade by barter or any form of transaction at the time.
Yeah.
Before the white people came, we were in control of our food production. But when they came, they brought in what I call an advanced form of slavery and feudalism, which is capitalism and some sort of entrepreneurism and the rest of them, where a few people hold the monopoly of production. They gave you white-collar jobs and told you to come and work for them in their companies and in their farms and the rest of them, telling you, they made it very, very, very fashionable, because capitalism is very, very fashionable. Then they brought schools, academic institutions to you to train you, and you get trained on how to work for some people and get paid. After getting paid, you are still going to return back and buy foods that are being produced by those people who are in charge of those companies and the rest of them that you work for them. They are the ones in charge of the food production, so to say. And they decide whether you buy them on lower prices or in higher prices. EFSP is revolutionary because we are revolutionary because we are bringing back our people to food production, to take back food production. The people will control food production. There is an activity going on. Some people were talking about GMOs, genetically modified foods, and the rest of them. And a lot of scientific research has already confirmed that all these foods are not, they are not, they are very dangerous, so to say. And also, our people must understand this. GMOs destroys the soil. If you cultivate rice here, GMO, and cultivate organic, the other side, the GMO will damage the other side. In fact, the soil will get damaged. And it is only after cultivation and harvesting, you will still go back to buy seeds from them who are in control of the seeds. You buy seeds from them before going back to cultivate again. And you cannot take seeds from the ones that have grown to cultivate unless you go back again. This is an arrant way of taking food production to themselves, monopolizing them, and ensuring that they are the only people in charge of it.
Okay.
And they can decide whether you will eat or not. Like I have mentioned before, the third dimension of food security is utilization, like I've mentioned before. And it has to do with the nutritional content and the rest of them.
Okay.
If we allow them to take charge of whatever we consume and allow them to give us whatever they want without us even knowing the nutritional content or how healthy it is, then we have no food security in essence.
Okay.
Food security is not about availability in quantity, but also how healthy it is.
It is. Okay. Availability in quantity and also quality as well. Not just being available in quantity, but the quality of what is available. Right, let's see if we can take just one more call. 0916 0005945 or 0916 0004945. So how can Ndibo rise to the occasion and join the Ojinika? But before then, let's quickly take this call. Hello, good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon.
Na'am. Ina wurin ina ji na wuni na gajiya. To na gaishe ki sosai. A'a ban ji ba amma yanzu na gaishe ki.
Yes, Ma.
So mamu ma mun gaishe ki.
Okay, Ma.
Amin.
Yes, Ma. Okay. 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 All right, thank you. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. All right, man. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And you too. Okay. All right. So, Mazi Ikechukwu, we're running out of time. So, how do you think that Ndibo can, rise to the occasion? We just have to beg. We can't take more calls because of time. How can we rise to the occasion?
In the Eastern Food Security Project and the Ojinika movement, we have what we call chapters, according to the states that we have.
Okay.
We have chapters, we have divisions.
The 13 states that
Yes.
you mentioned. Okay.
We have chapters and divisions within the chapters, and then words within the divisions.
Okay.
And we will have coordinators who will physically. Ojinika movement is not what will come to give you links or forms to fill to become a member. Ojinika movement and the EFSP is actively physical everywhere in the East and anywhere in the world where Igbo are domiciled. We will have our coordinators, and the structures are already there.
Okay.
So we only need Igbo to join us, and if wherever you are, you cannot find a chapter or you have no knowledge of how to be a part of us, you can contact us.
Okay.
We
can you call out
have-
the numbers?
Yes,
How can you be contacted?
you can call us on +234 81 36 26 91 85.
Take
I
that
repeat,
again, please.
234 81 36 26 91 85. Call and or WhatsApp us, and we will show you where you will meet our coordinators to be part of what we are doing. To join us, you do not need any links or forms. We are physically available. Makadia ama mandoshi. Do not listen to any idiot, any
Oh, your
criminal.
words, please. Okay.
any criminal who will come to defraud you of your money. You will be physically available anywhere you are domiciled in, and you will see and interact with our people, our representatives there.
Okay.
And if you do not have any representative yet, we will assign somebody there to lead the very chapters or wards or divisions.
Okay. All right. Please, the numbers again.
The number.
Okay,
is,
just one number. Call it out again.
I will give two numbers this
Okay.
time around.
All right. Please, quickly.
+234 81 36 26 91 85. The second one is +234 90 32 63 37 06.
All right. Thank you very much. The founder and convener of Eastern Food Security Project, EFSP, Mazi Ikechukwu Ugwu, for stopping over here in Urban Radio this afternoon to share this beautiful project that you've got with our listeners, and hopefully Ndibo is going to tag along to this beautiful idea and help restore our past glory, and also help to contribute to us being healthy. Like they say, health is wealth. And this we're going to be drawing the curtains on today's edition of the show, from talking about our teachers and our kids to talking about food. Very important aspect of our society. Tomorrow is going to be another day. 12 p.m. is the time, and of course, the station, Urban Radio 94.5 FM. Make sure that you come back tomorrow, but before then, make sure you keep listening. You don't touch the dial. My name is Rochelle.
And my name is Myra.
Sunana Hadiza Mbakulafia.
Until tomorrow, thank you once again, Mazi Ikechukwu.
Thank you very much. You are done, ba?
Yep, we're done.